So there are 2 units that are pending, and I want to take, maybe on Thursday and Friday also, I will take some extra class. Amreen ma'am has given me a schedule so that, one second, I'll let you know. Wednesday and Thursday, all right? I will be taking 2 classes so that I can wind up my syllabus for this semester. Let me share my PPTs with you. Today I'm going to take the last fag end of this chapter called learning languages, which I was doing before holidays. So today my topic will be media vocabulary. Okay, media vocabulary. So there are certain terms that we always use whenever we have to enter this field of media and journalism. All right, so just give me 1 second. Let me attach my Wacom tablet to the PC. So here we go. Is this slide visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. So there are certain terms that you can see on the screen. These are the most commonly used words which are used in media. But apart from these small terms, I'll be giving you even more some terms which are used in the language. So these are the headlines, like news, you are aware of social media, you are also aware of mass media. 1 second. All right. So you are aware of social media. So this is the sign for Twitter. So in social media, you have other apps also, Instagram, Facebook, then there are others as well. And then mass media, there are so many things like television, radio, okay, satellites, cameras, microphone. So all these are the things which are used in social media, in media, actually, media vocabulary. Then there are financial meltdown. Now, this is a very important term, financial meltdown. What does it mean? That means there has been something to do with the finances. Okay. Now, media coverage. This is an important term. That means something that is being covered by the media. Breaking news, you are aware of these terms. These are not new. So this picture will show you all those important terms which you hear daily, on a daily basis. Then reporting, then article, news article, then deadlines. Then you are also aware of the media ethics, this term, and then broadcasting of the news. You are aware of the word broadcasting, pop-up window, then travel tips, okay? Then in-depth report, that means the report that will give you all the details, okay? Defamation. So these are the different terms which are used in media vocabulary. Now I'm going to write certain other words. For example, now once my slide is done, then you can take a screenshot, because here I'm going to write down all those media terms which were not there in the picture. 1 second, let me change the pen color. I don't know why it is not happening. Okay, so the terms are like, have you ever heard the term astroturfing? Are you aware of the word astroturfing? What does this mean? So these are the terms that I'm going to write for you. Astroturfing means it's a fake grassroots campaign. Sometimes there are certain campaigns which are fake, which are not real. They basically seek to create the impression of a legitimate buzz, but actually it is not. Okay, they are fake. So astroturfing is something which is not real. Okay, so often this movement is motivated by payment or gift to the writer of the post or comment. Sometimes some bribery, some these type of things are done so that the media journalist can write something good on that topic. Okay, so astro astroturfing is an important term. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of corporation? B corporation. One second. Where is my pen? Here. Second term is B corporation. B corporation means it's a socially responsible company, okay, that cares for its employees, communities, and also the environment. Okay? Most of the companies nowadays are trying to get into the shoes of B corporation because they have understood their responsibility as a company, as a contributor to the environment, as a contributor to the human race, as a contributor to their communities. Okay, so they are called B corporation. Now the next term, very important term, is, you are aware of this term, blogs. So what are blogs? These are basically, sometimes some journalists, they opt for online writings, है ना? Online writings by famous journalists or even not so famous one. So they are called blogs. Now, another word which is very important is campaign. You are aware of this. Astroturfing is a false campaign. So campaign is a something which is real. Okay. It's a set of marketing messages which are delivered to the people who are the recipient at a specific interval and specific, have got a specific goals in it. Okay. Sometimes they may be aimed at raising funds. Okay, for a cause, for something, maybe some there is an earthquake or something, or maybe there is a new company that is coming up. So these are called campaigns. Now then there is another term called cause marketing. Are you aware of this term, cause marketing? So once my this is over now, please take a screenshot. Cause marketing, as the name suggests, that means this marketing is done with the motive in the mind. Cause, there is a cause. It's a cause marketing. It's for profit and also for non-profit organization. There is something there behind which they want to achieve, and they tie up with certain other companies so that they can bring more business. They can get benefit from each other, to both the organization, maybe in a financial way or maybe in other ways, but it has got something to do with more than two company, for profit and also for non-profit level. Okay. Next term that is very important is, have you ever heard of the word civic media? Civic media. This means any types of communication that really gives more value to the social bond, that actually pays pays more emphasis on the social bonding of the people. Okay, any communication. So civic media is basically, it will never try to bring a rift between community. It is rather, it will help in strengthening the bonds between the communities. All right, now next is cloud computing. Cloud computing. Now, what does that mean? Basically, cloud computing, you know it. This is very, nowadays we are all into clouding. Okay, it refers to the accessing of data from any machine. If you have put some data in the cloud, Google Cloud or wherever, so wherever you go, you can access that data, isn't it? You are aware of this term, right? Cloud computing. Even we tend to, as a family, we tend to keep pictures in the cloud so that anybody can have an access to those pictures. So as a media person, you will be keeping your information in the cloud, so that even if you don't have your laptop with you, if you go to some place, you go and enter your email ID and you can have an access to your all the information. Generally people, they share information on the clouds. Okay, in colleges also, there are question papers available on the clouds, there are notes available on the clouds, right? Now next is crowdsourcing, crowdfunding. These are important term. अभी उससे पहले क्लाउड से रिलेटेड देर आर सो मेनी अदर टर्म्स ऑल्सो. क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग हो गया, क्लाउड फंडिंग. ओके, नो नो सॉरी, दिस विल बी क्राउड. Crowd, W, this will become W. Crowd funding. What is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding means it refers to the act of giving donations or investments from the online user outside the organization. There are certain campaigns that are, deliberately done so that people, they can collect money online. So that is called crowdfunding. Okay, and this funding is usually from the outside of the organization. Okay, then crowdsourcing is a similar term. Crowdfunding and crowdsourcing. So now funding is to do with the funds. Now sourcing means it refers to the ideas, not the fund. Ideas or skill from the online user. So funding has to do with money, sourcing has to do with the ideas and skills of the online user, apart from your organization. For example, there is an organization, your school, college also. So your college has taken me on a, okay, 1 second. 1 second, huh? My computer battery is running low. Let me just put it on the charger. Otherwise, the lecture will suddenly, stop. One second. Okay. So, for example, your college has taken me on a crowdsourcing basis. 1 second, something went wrong. Something went wrong. Just give me 1 second, huh? Pardon. Apologies. One second. If I erase all the inks on the slide, then you will lose all this information. So just give me 1 second. When I had put the battery on, something happened with the PC. It's not working anymore. Why? I'll have to stop sharing, huh? 1 second. Keep. 1 second. And again, share the window. Okay, let me see if it works or no. Okay, fine. So I was on the cloud sourcing. All right. After that cloud sourcing, you are aware of the term CSR. What does this mean? CSR means corporate social responsibility, and most of the companies nowadays, they are getting into corporates. They basically take up the responsibility of the people around their in and around their region, who are not part of their organization, but they take on that social responsibility of uplifting them. Okay, maybe they will start teaching them, maybe they'll start teaching them some uh, skills, or maybe education, or maybe employment. So these are various things. Or sometimes they may hire physically challenged people, some disadvantaged children, and they help them to live their life according to the uh, good standards of living. Okay, so digital story, what is the meaning of digital story? You are aware of this term. This is not a very uh, digital stories for you people, most of the terms you are very aware, but only thing is that you were not aware of these terms. A digital story is a short personal narrative which is published online. You may have heard or read so many of them, but now this term is used for that. Okay, now what is the meaning of a double bottom line? Bottom line, double bottom line. That when we say, when we talk a lot about something and then we say this is the bottom line, that means this is the most important thing, that is the last concluding line. So what, but when we say double bottom line, what does that mean? Means it refers to the business attentions to the both conventional profit and loss as well as social good. So it is different from the bottom line. It is related to the profit and loss as well, on the basis of business, plus also on the social uh, lines also, as a social responsibility also. Okay, now what is the meaning of ebook? It's so simple. Ebook, you are aware of ebook, anything that is electronic. You have you read any ebooks? Okay, so any editorial or a write-up which is composed by a senior analyst or editor, or the senior news reporter, they are called editorial. Okay, editorial. All right. Next is, have you ever heard of the term embedding? Embedding. What is it? Basically, it's an act of adding code to a website. If you have a website, basically you want that a video or a photo can be displayed while it is being hosted to another site. Okay, that means embedded in that. I do a lot of embedding in my ppts, so this is called embedding. Then very important term is flash mob. Have you heard of the word flash mob? Flash mob basically, Hello. So sorry. I actually my uh, connection just went off. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah, there was some problem in the internet. Now I've used my phone Wi-Fi hotspot. Okay. So where was I? I was talking about some media vocabulary. One second, huh? Where is that? Is my screen visible to you?
No, ma'am.
I have shared it. I don't know why is it not visible. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. Because I shared it, maybe it is the internet is lagging. So, anyways, I was talking about flash mobs. One second, my pen again. I will have to one. So, I was talking about flash mobs. What is it? Or what is the meaning of a flash mob? Anybody? Any idea? It's basically a flash mob. Mob means always a group of people, you know, na? Mob of people. So flash mob is a group of individual who all gather and disperse with little notice for specific purpose. Okay, for some time you can tell them to collect at some place, be there present there for some moment, and then they disperse. Once that motive is done, they leave that. Okay, so you can call them via messages or social media or viral emails. So they are flash mobs. Sometime in election rallies there are people who come for some agitation, people who gather together, so they are called group of people who gather at some places via some emails or social media inputs. They are called flash mobs. So these are the terms that you will have to keep in your mind. So next time when you see there are certain people, they don't collect at one place because without any reason. There must be some connection, some channels, something weaving in between them. So they come there together for one cause, and after that they leave that place. All right. Now, do you know what is the meaning of the term geotagging? Geotagging, a very important term. Geotagging basically, it's basically adding location based metadata. Location based metadata. Okay, that means you are tagging, basically you are adding that location in that data. such as photo, videos. करते हैं ना हम लोग Instagram में. So this
Yes.
photo was taken at a gateway of India. So that is called geo tagging, because you are tagging that location along with your data. Okay? Then sometime these are very important terms. 2.0. जैसे मोदी 2.0, Corona 2.0. That means second version of that 2.0. So always these are media terms. 2.0, 2.0. It's an application of social networking. Okay. Then you are aware of the word GPS, very well aware. I don't need to even talk about it. Now you are also aware of the word hashtag. Hash tags. All right. So I'm not going to talk. Should I talk? It's a community driven convention. So, for additional context or meta based to the tweets or sometimes the in your Insta also. Okay. Now, live casting. Live casting. What is this? It's an around the clock broadcast of event in person's life through digital media. Okay, that is called live, round the clock. All the time you're not talking about somebody and non-stop, everything that is happening. That is called live casting. The next is mashup. You are aware of this word mashup. Young generation, they are all, mashup is basically, it's a combination, mixing up of two or more songs. Are you aware? I
Yes.
don't need to even tell you all these things. Then you are aware of the term media bias. Media bias. That means when media is biased towards something. Generally, after this Modi government has come, the media has already divided into two sets. One is always in favor of Modi, one is always pro anti-Modi. So they're always biased. Even this who are anti-Modi, they are also biased. Even those who are in favor of Modi, they are also biased. Because those who are anti-Modi, they don't see any good thing in Modi, and those who are in favor of Modi, they can't see anything bad in Modi. So media is biased always. Now it is biased. Earlier I would not say. Now it is totally one-sided. Either they are pro or they are anti. So then what is the meaning of metadata? Here I wrote the word metadata. What is that? It's an information that describes a media item such as a video or a photo or a post, anything. So we always use hashtags in that. Sometimes geotagging is done in the metadata, right? Are you aware of the term? One second, let me change the ink. Are you aware of the term Moblog? Moblog. What is that? It's basically, it's a blog which is published directly to the web from a mobile phone. Mobile से जो blog publish हुआ, that is Moblog. Okay. Then there is a term called net neutrality. Net neutrality. Sorry for the mess that is created here, and I was not able to erase it also. But anyways, you can write all these words on your own. After the lecture is over, you can take a screenshot of this page. Net neutrality is the principle which requires internet service provider to act as a common carrier and not to discriminate among the content and the user. Okay? Because net providers, they will not, for example, again, for Modi and anti-Modi. So net provider will not decide whether they are going to send data only related to which is in favor of Modi or it is against Modi. So they are neutral in that term. Okay? Now, another NP Tech. What is this NP Tech? NP Tech. This means non-profit technology. So this system uses a wide range of technology that supports the goal of NGOs, non-profit technology. Okay? Another very important term is open media. You know what is an open media? Open media. Open media is, it refers to any video or audio or a text message that can be freely shared to anybody, that is open in the market. Okay. Then open platform, similar term, open platform, that means any platform or a software system that permits any device or application to connect to and operate on its network. For example, YouTube is an open platform, Facebook is an open platform. Open video, it refers to the movement or to which promotes free expression and innovation in an online video casting. So there is no restriction, that means they are open. Okay. Then there is one paid search marketing. What is that? Paid search marketing. Paid search marketing. That means this is a placement of paid ads, जहाँ पे भी paid services है ना. So for business or services, search engines, result pages. For example, you have a channel on YouTube. It can be free also, but if you once you start paid, then you get better results. So you can now take a screenshot, because I'm going to erase this page and then again take another page where I will write all those new extra words related to media vocabulary. Okay. So I'm going to erase this list and I'm going to, please take a screenshot before I erase all the inks here. Done? Okay. Okay, we'll have to go to the next page now. Then we also have a permalink. Are you aware of the term permalink? What is it? What does it mean? Permalink. One second, let me just find out my pen. Okay. Permalink. Permalink basically means it's a direct link to the blog or entry. For example, if I give you my YouTube link, that is called a permalink. Take a direct link. You can enter that without going to my channel. You can directly enter that thing. Now, personal media, very important. We all have personal media, okay? So it refers to the grassroots work such as video, audio, or text. So when the work which is shared in a social space, it is called a social media or a personal media. Your Facebook is your personal media, right? Now, plagiarism, very important term. It means anything to do with the copying, stealing someone's idea, someone's language, or someone, both the things, ideas and language, some content, basically, okay? And presenting them like as if they're your work. So now plagiarism is very common in this social media, because nobody wants to be creative. They just want to steal idea from here and then there, and they make their own stuff. Okay. So this is called plagiarism. Now, podcast. You are aware of the word podcast? Podcast means it's a digital file which is available for download to a portable device or a personal computer for later playback. They're called podcast. Now, propaganda, you are aware of the term propaganda. It's a campaign which is run with a aim in the mind, with a influential thinking in their mind that they have to be either in favor or against. Okay? So it is it's subjective, basically, whether the person is in favor or not. That is called propaganda. Now, public domain. Public domain means it's open. It's in the public domain. Okay, some things are, when, it's open to everybody when there is no copyright to that. Okay, when there is no copyright, it's on a public domain. That means anybody can use it. Okay, now now another term is RSS. Don't think it is Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. It is really simple syndication. Really simple syndication. This is a media vocabulary. It means the delivery of the content, blog entries, news stories, headlines, images video enabling readers to stay current with the favorite publication or producer without having to browse them uh, to the search engine or a site to site. Okay, that is called really simple syndication. Okay. Next is um, screencast. You are aware of this term because I also do screencasting. Basically, you are showing your screen. है ना? Screencast. It's a video that records what is being displayed on a computer screen. All right. I often do this. No, when I'm on a Google Meet, I record my lectures. When I'm not on a Google Meet, or for example, in a Zoom meeting, also you can record your videos. But there are certain platforms where you cannot record. There is no option of recording. Then you can go for screencasting. That means whatever is being played on the screen, you can record. For example, in Zoom and Meet, Google, what happened? If you record something, the other party get the information that you are recording that thing. If you don't want them to know that you really want to record, then you can play the screencast thing. That means whatever is there on the computer screen or on the phone screen, it will be recorded. Okay. Now, SEO, you are aware of the word search engine optimization. Okay. Search, it is a process of arranging your website so that it gives you the best chance of appearing on the top of the search engine rankings. So the hashtags are, used in such a way that whenever anybody who is searching for the content, your video or your content appears on the top. There are certain rules for that. Now, what is a short code? See, I'm skipping certain terms like smartphone. I don't think you need any explanation on the smartphone. So I'm skipping some media vocabulary. Now, what is short code? It's a mobile number consisting of 4 to 6 digits that makes it easier for the subscriber to vote or subscribe to a service, orders ringtone via SMSs. Okay. Now, what is social bookmarking? Social bookmarking. Social bookmarking, basically, it's a method which helps user to locate or store or organize or share or manage bookmarks of the web pages without being tied to a particular machine. You can do that. For example, we are using social bookmarking every day without even our knowledge, because whatever is our favorite, we just keep on adding them, and it is not applicable to the PC or a laptop that you are using. So wherever you will log in, you will get those bookmarkings with you. Okay. So otherwise, if we have offline things which have a bookmarks, so if we don't have that notebook or something, we lose that data. But social bookmarking means whenever we open that site, we have our bookmarks ready there. YouTube, from whichever computer you log in, your bookmarks are there. Your downloaded videos will be there. Your favorite videos will be there. You will bookmark that I will watch it later. They are also called bookmarking. Okay. Now, another social media optimization. There's one more term, social media optimization. What is it? Optimization. This means it involves various steps for generating publicity through social media or online communities on social networks. So you want to optimize the result using different medias. Now, another very important term is social return on investment. This is a important media term, social return on investment. As the name suggests, that means it refers to the non-financial returns. Social return means which is not financial, which is not money wise. Okay, that means maybe in kindness, maybe a gesture of coming and inaugurating a function. So these are called social returns on investment. Okay. Next is streaming media. Streaming media. What is streaming media? There are certain downloadable podcast or videos, but there are certain which cannot be downloaded. Okay, so it refers to the video or audio that can be watched or listened to online but not stored permanently. Okay, they are called streaming media, live streaming. Sometimes you must have seen. Okay, now there is one more term, technology steward. What is that? Technology steward. This is very important term. This means it's somebody who is who can, who's very well advanced in technology and who can facilitate community and network development. That person is called a technology steward. Okay, or we can also sometimes say technological savvy person. Okay, uh, just before I said double bottom line, now there is also a triple bottom line. Triple bottom line. What does that mean? This is 1P only, triple bottom line. Okay. It's a framework for measuring business performances. Okay. It's for the business performances. And you also are aware of very important word called troll. This is very important. I don't need to even talk about it. Trolling on the social media. ठीक है, मुझसे ज्यादा आपको पता होगा इसके बारे में. Then you are also aware of the word tweet, right? Then Twitter, you are Twitterverse. That means people using Twitter are collectively known as Twitterverse. Okay, they're called Twitterverse. Then UGC. What is UGC? The when we used to be in college, for us it was University Grant Commission, but nowadays UGC means user generated content. So anything that is more applicable to the user, relevant to the user, they are called user generated materials, such as blogs, posts, reviews, podcast, videos, comments. They are all called UGC, user generated content. So हम लोग देखते हैं ना Amazon में उन्होंने रिव्यूज डाल दिया, तो दैट इज यूजीसी. ओके. ओके, नाउ वेब 2.0, जैसे मैंने बोला था, वेब 2.0, दैट इज, सो दिस इज अ, these are 2.0, they are all terms which are used by the media so that they can sensationalize their content, right? Then I will erase all these terms here and then I'll write on a fresh page. Can you, if you want, you can take a screenshot. These are important terms. Okay. Then I'm erasing now. Okay. So then there is web analytics. What is the meaning of web analytics?
In a website, we have to analyze people, how many people came and see that website. Is it, ma'am?
It's actually collection and analysis of the reporting of the internet data for the purpose of understanding who are the visitors, who actually liked your videos or content. So this is, you were very much near that. Very good effort, whosoever answered, because I don't know, I'm on a different window, so I won't be able to understand who has answered the question. But you were very, you were right. Okay.
Madhu, ma'am.
Okay, Madhu. Thank you. So anybody knows what is web conferencing? It's very common these days. Tell me, what is web conferencing? In fact, I like it when students, they interact with me and they talk. Then I feel that yes, they are participating. Tell me, what is web conferencing? It's basically जो भी मैं कर रही हूँ, this is called web conferencing only, conducting live meetings or presentation on the internet. ठीक है? It may be broadcasting of the video, or it may be giving of the lectures on the net. This is called web conferencing. There are so many people here, around 30 students and one teacher. Okay, webinar is also similar, like seminars ke jaise hota hai, but they are on the net. That means you have a seminar, you have to go physically there. But webinar means any lecture or a workshop that is conducted on a net. They are called webinars. What is Wi-Fi? You are aware of the term Wi-Fi. It's not, I don't have to even talk about it. Wi-Fi and webinars, these are all terms in which we have used recently, more recently when the pandemic broke out. Then Wikipedia, WordPress. Are you aware of what is WordPress? You can in fact start your media journey through this site. If you have something good to write on, you can start with this WordPress. It's an open source blog publishing application. Anybody can write their content here. If the content is good, that becomes viral. People, they read it and they share it with others also. Your topic could be anything. Okay. Then, are you aware of the term yellow journalism? Recently, this term came. I heard this term in the news. Actually, this is not a new term, but recently it was in the news when there was something to do with some advocate from Karnataka. So Supreme Court declared that it was a case of yellow journalism. So what is basically yellow journalism? This term basically originated in United States, and in United Kingdom, it is called a tabloid journalism. So tabloid journalism and yellow journalism is the same thing. But what is it? Same thing to hai, but what it is basically, they don't care much for the journalistic ethics, but only for their own, they want to increase their um, viewers analytics. They want to increase their viewers. So that is why something or the other, they just come up with false stories sometime, because journalists also, they have a lot of pressures of the news media and people who are above them. They want their news. So sometimes very stupid news they may come up with. So that is called yellow journalism. So sometimes they give a very screaming headlines, but when you go inside, there is nothing like that. Means they try to attract people with the headlines, but then it's nothing to do with the real story. Okay. So these are the different terms that are used in the media vocabulary, and I have skipped few. In case you feel you like it, you can also get some more terms for this media vocabulary.